Hey, I'm your girl Kiki, and welcome to another episode of Ask Kiki. I'm excited about today's question. So last week I posted on Facebook a quote that said, if you learn to master your life, you learn to master your emotions. Yes. So I say that saying all the time because I know it's true. Because girl, our emotions, let me tell you, they be getting the best of us. Okay. And so I say that saying all the time, not only to remind us that we have control over our emotions, but we can really have control over our entire lives, right? And so if you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and the like button and the notification bell, because I'm going to be posting videos every single week. Okay, so if you are like many people and managing your emotions is hard to do, welcome to the club. But there is a solution to that issue. And I know it because it has always been an issue for me to really learn how to manage my emotions. And it's something that I teach to my coaching clients all the time. And so it's something that came up. So when I posted the post, Sally actually said, hey, yeah, how do you actually learn how to master your emotions so you can master your life? So thank you so much for your question, Sally. And here's your answer. Stop, drop, and roll. I know there's not a fire, but listen, honey, sometimes when we get so emotional, it's like a fire. It's like a fire, right? So, but I have a method called stop, drop, and roll when you are in a situation trying to manage your emotions and it just gets all out of control. So let me give you an example. Some of you know that I'm in school getting a Ph.D. in business psychology. Go me, go me, go me. It's hard. It's hard. And I've even finished all of my classes. Go me again, right? But I still have research that I need to do so that I can finish writing my dissertation. So part of the whole process of getting a PhD is you have to get through the Institutional Review Board. They are the governing board that actually allows you and gives you permission to actually do your research so that you don't try to kill anybody or hurt anybody in the process of doing research. Because y'all know that used to happen back in the day, right? It sure did. Okay, so I've had quite a difficult time getting through the Institutional Review Board. And when I look around, that's not something that is unusual. However, it is stressful. So I'm ready. I'm ready to do research, and it is so stressful. So I get kickbacks. So I'll submit my work to be reviewed, and then they'll kick it back and say, hey, you need to do XYZ. This has happened 3 times. And this was pre-IRB review. So y'all, my emotions have been everywhere, and I've been trying to use the stop, drop, and roll method. So now my stuff went on to the actual Institutional Review Board, and I'm excited. But the other day, I got another kickback saying that they need more modifications. It sent me into overdrive. Let me just tell you, because I am over it. I am ready to start my research so that I can write these last couple of chapters and freaking graduate. It's the only thing that's holding me up right now. So I went into overdrive. I started crying, and I was just so upset until I remembered stop, drop, and roll. So let me tell you what this is and how you can use it too. So the first one is stop. I want you to stop and notice the feelings that you are having at the moment a situation arises, right? Stop. That's one thing that we don't do a lot of. A lot of times when situations come about that are very difficult to deal with, we don't stop. Therefore, we end up reacting the way we react, which is normally bad, and something that maybe later on we actually regret. But this allows you to collect yourself and kind of notice what you're feeling. Let me just say this. Emotions are something that we all have, right? There is nothing good nor bad about emotions, right? We all have good and bad emotions, and it's okay to have good and bad emotions, but you want to use them in the way that you feel it's best for you. So I had to stop and realize that I was angry. I was mad. I was frustrated. I was disappointed. All those things came to mind. And I'm like, okay, I am just so over this, right? So for me, stopping though gave me the opportunity to collect my thoughts and to figure out what I wanted to do next. And that's what it can do for you. So first, let's stop. Okay, so the next one is drop. Drop, drop, drop. No, don't drop down on the floor. Don't do any of that. What I want you to do is I want you to drop the negative reaction. Drop it. Drop the negative reaction that you're having in that moment. So you might have already started crying, right? Like me. I'm a crier. Ain't no shame in my game. It's what I do. It's how I get out my emotions. It's okay. But I didn't want to be crying right then. I really wanted to do something about it. So for me, I stopped crying and I took a positive action, which was text my chair and ask her for advice. So I stopped crying. So for you, you might have an issue with anger, right? So many of us. I used to have an issue with anger. I was a mean girl. Okay. But I'm better now. Thank God. Won't he do it? I'm much better now. However, I used to have a problem with anger. And so you might be the same way. And if this is you, then drop the negative reaction in its tracks. So first stop and then drop the negative reaction, right? Stop and notice emotions that you're having and then drop the negative reaction in its tracks. Whatever you're doing, just drop it, right? Because it's going to help you learn how to manage your emotions. Once you drop it, you'll be like, okay, what's next? Well, I'm going to share with you what's next. So what's next is roll. You need to roll forward with the positive action that you really want to take. The one that you actually think about after all is said and done. The one that you think about when you've actually calmed down and can really process what has happened that you just went crazy. Okay, that reaction is what you want to roll forward with. So you're going to stop and notice what you're feeling. You're going to drop the negative reaction, and then you're going to roll forward with the positive reaction and the positive action that you really, really, really want to move forward with. So for me, like I said, I was able to contact my chair. She was able to help me figure out what to do next. And I took action on that immediately. And I was able to respond to the IRB's request and get their response back to them the very next day. But I worked on the response right then and there. And I haven't heard anything back. I'll let you know. I'm going to get through this thing. But it's how I was able to manage. So remember, anytime you are really struggling with emotions and you really want to learn how to master your life, always remember to stop, drop, and roll. Just stop, drop, and roll. So let me know if this was useful to you. Leave a note in the comment section, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.